इसको हम डिलीट में थर्ड स्टार्ट मीटिंग ऑफ नाइस क्राफ्ट देख ले फिर से वही कंट्रोल की
A very good morning to everyone present here. My name is Maitri Meher and I'm a 12th grade student at Air Force School 9 BRE. I've previously worked with EY for their COVID-19 vaccine supply chain system, and right now I'm working on the Bharat Crafts, crafting the future of artifacts. I will be attending UC Berkeley this fall, and starting with my pitch, भारत में आज 3000 से भी ज़्यादा अलग अलग प्रकार की हस्तकलाएं और कारीगरियां हैं। कर्नाटका से लेकर लद्दाख तक, जयपुर से लेकर असम तक। The handicraft industry here plays a major The handicraft industry here plays a major role in the Indian economy. And the contributing factor here is the employment, where today there are 68.8 lakhs of craft persons in India, with 56% of them being women. Right now, the small scale and cottage sector of India contributes to 7 million of employment of craft persons here. Moving on, where the market demand for craft persons and handicrafts is huge in India, where India is the largest exporter of handicrafts today, with the market increasing at a 7% rate year on year, from about $3,968 million in 2023, increasing with a 56% of $6,218 million by 2020. Right now, when we look at the handicraft market of India, the major problem is the unorganization of this sector, where people and the craft persons lack knowledge in new technology. There is absence of market intelligence and poor framework. But this is where the Bharat crafts come in. Our vision is extremely simple. Bharat Crafts is a company which will guide you through a journey of handicrafts, exploring the market of Rajasthan, Karnataka, Ladakh and Maharashtra, organizing the handicraft industry as well as providing fair wages to the craft persons of India. This is our website. So we majorly have two revenue streams right now. One would be the D2C, that is directly through our website, direct to consumer, and the second one would be B2B, where we are looking at the export market to USA, UK, Canada, UAE as well as France. Here, what we are basically looking at is also corporate gifting through major exporters present in India as well as in the US. How we are different from our competitors is we have two major competitors, that is the Bombay store and the Craftsman of India. Our major competition would be the price point. Right now we sell at from around 500 rupees to 2000 rupees, whereas our competitors like the Bombay store starts from a few thousands of rupees and they go up to a few lakhs, like 2 or 3 lakhs. Therefore, our major plus point would be our price point, and we are targeting the masses of India. So let us join hands to craft the future of India with Bharat Crafts. Thank you.
Good presentation.
Thank you.
Yeah, and congratulations. I think you got selected in. Yeah. Congratulations. So Matthew, one is passion, and second is making money out of passion. So, what is your product here, and how do you? Can you explain again? What's your product and what you sell?
So the products that we're selling are different kinds of handicrafts from currently two major states, that is Rajasthan and Ladakh. So from Rajasthan we have their patchworks. So this is Ladakh, where we are selling their contemporary hand painting and cotton cloth. So if you see on the Bombay store, these are priced at around 5,000 to 10,000 rupees, whereas we are selling them from 1,300 to 1,500 rupees.
And who is your target market?
Our target market is the masses of India. So from our website, it would be anyone who is interested in buying handicrafts or artifacts, as well as business to business through exporting companies such as the handy carts. So we right now have a 5 lakh rupees consignment from handicrafts.
Let's narrow down more. Who is your target audience? It cannot be anyone who wants to buy. Who is your target audience?
So our target audience is majorly in Mumbai, as well as majorly in Mumbai, Pune, and cities where it is difficult to go to, let's say Ladakh.
In Mumbai, Pune, who are the target audience?
Majorly the people who are, let's say, moving into new houses, who are looking at decor, or who are looking at different kinds of decoration to have for their houses, as well as just as a memento as they go to, let's say, Ladakh, but they weren't able to buy anything from there, so they can get it from our website.
Do you have projections for 1, 2nd, 3rd year?
Projections. Right now we have a consignment of rupees 5 lakhs from one of the exporters at US. So right now the projection of this year would be around 10 lakhs. Next year we are planning out to go up to 20 lakhs, and followed by that would be drawing down different financials.
Let's say 30 to 40 lakh. Let's say 40 lakh in 30 years. Do you have profit margins?
Yes. So when you look at D2C, let's take an example of the contemporary painting that we were selling. So right now, the manufacturer, the craft persons would give us at 300 rupees. Then the shipping cost would be 50 rupees.
Just cutting, sorry about it. Like,
Yeah.
what's the profit margin?
So the profit margin would be making 930 rupees per sale. So the profit margins would be around 50%.
50%.
Right.
Including all operations.
All operations costs.
Okay. Okay. Are you not focusing in US as you got the consent, right? So you're not focusing in US.
Through Amazon US, Amazon UK, Amazon, we're also focusing on those markets. But I need to, but right now we're selling through our website, but we are planning to sell on other marketplaces as well.
Okay. You looking for funding?
Yes.
How much?
Right now we're looking for 5 lakhs rupees for 5% of the company.
Okay, 5 lakh. And what would you do with that 5 lakh?
We're majorly focusing on two things. Number one is the inventory cost is a lot because we have to give large orders to the craft persons. So number one would be the inventory cost to the craft person and the handy. And number two would be the advertisements as well as customer acquisition costs.
How much is inventory and how much is marketing?
So my marketing, we've projected it around to be 20%, and the other would be the inventory costs.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, what will happen to this entity when you go to UC?
Alright, so I also have another co-founder with me, which is my sister. So, and because I said there's a huge market in the US, and India is one of the largest exporters of handicraft. So I will be pivoting into the US market when I move to UC Berkeley. And I've joined the MET program, which is a dual degree program in computer science engineering and business administration. So I'll be also getting a lot of exposure into businesses and pivoting into other markets in the US as well.
No, but is this undergrad or?
Undergrad.
Yeah, undergrad, I mean, I'm sure you know this. Undergrad in the US is you will have not time to sleep. I don't know when you will do this. That's the only question I have.
I'm pretty serious about this business, and that is one of the major reasons why I've also spoken to a lot of other grad students. A lot of them are also doing their businesses and managing their college studies at the same time, so I think I'll be able to manage.
Any empowerment directives towards the space itself? Any empowerment directives towards the space itself?
Yeah, so we're focusing on the women craftsmanship of the women employment and craftsmanship of the handicrafts right now. So that is one of the major reasons why we're getting into this space.
I have a suggestion. I wasn't clear whether you were an e-commerce or an offline model until you actually showed a slide where it was an e-commerce.
Mm-hmm.
Second thing I wanted to know, the order that you currently have for 5 lakh rupees, is that somebody you know in the States, or how did that come about?
Through Facebook groups. So there are a lot of handicraft groups on Facebook.
Right.
So through that.
So you actually went there and you advertised your product and got the order through there?
Yeah, through Facebook groups. Right.
Okay. What were the groups that you used?
Handicrafts India was one of the groups. Craft Cards was the second group that I used.
And like Sir said, you're going in for your undergrad. I don't know how you're going to do it, but good luck.
Thank you.
What is the website function?
So currently we're pre-revenue. We just recently launched the website.
How many orders have you got through website?
We haven't received any orders through website. We launched the website recently around a week ago.
Okay. Fine. Anyway, thanks.
Thank you.
That was quite insightful. Next we have Team Moon Labs.
let's start with the quote that no one and nothing stands alone. Hawaiian quote, and it states the basic law of nature that we all are together. So, so our startup name is Moon Labs, and we are Green Labs. So we are here.
Mike. No, bring mic closer to your mouth. Bring mic closer to your mouth.
Sure, sure, sorry. So we are here to save the world by using street lamps. Street lamps. What, like, how would we do it using street lamps, right? So the basic problem we are tackling is climate change and regenerating of generation of renewable energy. So climate change, as you know, is the biggest problem faced by today. Everybody knows about climate change, right? It's snowing in Texas, wildfires in Canada, and heat waves also in Canada, and all the problems that are being caused by climate change. I think everybody knows about that. So we go forward. And renewable energy generation is another big hurdle. And one more problem is there is about decentralization of energy. The problem is that we have dams and solar farms which are centralized in one place, which is a major security question for the government these days. Like US had a hack of in their energy infrastructure in Texas, which cost them 9 days of electricity outage, approximately 9 days, and cost them a lot of money too. So that is one of the major problems. So let's start by let me start by telling you about our product. It's uh, so basically we have designed a street lamp which consists of three parts: an air turbine at the top, a wind turbine at the top, and air purifier at the bottom, and the basic street lamp. So I'll go into the depths of the product. So basically, the air purifier has three filters: the HEPA filter, carbon filter, and the normal steel filter. The normal steel filter prevents rocks and stones from coming in. The HEPA filter is what removes out the major pollutants which range from 2.5 to 10 ppm, and the carbon filter is what removes out 0 to 2.5 ppm of particles out of the air. And we have the wind turbine at the top, which generates enough electricity to charge the air purifier and also give the extra energy to the national grid. So we are also going to charge based on that selling energy to the national grid. And because there are so many street lamps and they are so much like dispersed, it also gives an option for decentralization of energy. We are also going to implement an ML model because we can't use air purifier all day because it consumes a lot. It consumes a lot of power. So you have to use only during peak times. In India, 27% of pollution is caused by vehicles. So this is the major sector where we should target for cleaning our system. And we will see. This is the easiest part of it. We will just integrate it with Google Maps wherever the red zones are there, like the most amount of traffic is there. At that time and at that places, we will switch on our air purifiers, which will be controlled centrally. And so business model. So here comes the exciting part of it. So our business model is basically not defined because it is like no, we don't have any competitors in this space. We are the only persons who are doing this. There are people who there are companies who install air purifiers on the nearby small lamps in the cities, and there are companies who use wind turbines for their companies, but there is nobody who is using it together. So we can also get a patent for the process in this. We are in the process of getting the patent. And yes. So the business model will be based on three main parts. First, selling the surplus amount of electricity to the government. Like the wind turbine generates approximately 2 to 3 kilowatts of electricity. So the extra electricity which will be generated will be sold back to the government, and it will be added to the national grid. And the second part is that the air purifier, we will get carbon credits for every ton of carbon removed from the air. Because like I can tell you the data, an average typical car produces 4.16 metric tons of carbon per year. So like it's a huge market for carbon too. And the third part will be about selling the carbon which we have extracted to companies whose basic manufacturing process is with carbon. So we can sell it back to the companies whose basic manufacturing process is with carbon, and like we can gain profit in that. So our main customer would be the government, and yes, and then we would have corporate which they have big campuses on, we can install it there too. Uh, and we can also do it separately. Like if anybody wants just our turbine system, we can install it for them. Like there are many companies in Pune, just in Pune who are implementing this kind of technologies with solar panels. But our wind turbine is more efficient than solar panels. The world's best solar panel, but our wind efficient in the normal phase only. So it's a huge addition in terms of electricity generation. And yes, the main profit in that is street lamps are not going anywhere. They are going to be on the streets itself. So whatever government contracts we would be getting would be for a longer period of time. So like that would be a safety for our business model, that it's not going to go anywhere. And like we just have to repair and maintenance and extract out the carbon which we have removed, and we just have to sell. And same decentralization act to constant energy monitoring, and like it's going to be the future of the energy infrastructure of India, and it's going to be the future of the energy model. Yes, we don't have any competitors, and we are first to deliver this. And we have also pitched at several places, and we are ranked like 5th to 7th position in Accenture Innovation Challenge All India, and we also are finalists in Akruti by Dassault Systems, and semi-finalists in Akruti, and various several occasions we have won prizes, and like we have also took out different surveys about it, and a ton of research on it. We have like whole product. What we are going to do, we have all the details in it, but I'm not going to go into that because it will get too technical. Moon Labs, why we choose Moon Labs? Because this is the basic engineering spirit that you study at night, and we study the whole night. So that's why we took the name Moon Labs, because most of the work we did was before these competitions and all that, and slowly and steadily this project we are trying to turn it into a company. And yes, we have also pitched to different people, big people. And yes, thank you for your time, and we are free to for questions.
Yeah, good presentation. Do you have the prototype?
No, we are currently in the development stages of prototype. What we have done is basically simulations of these models, and the simulation of these models is approximately near to the prototype, because we have so these days for free available, and we are basically in the phase of making a prototype, running a prototype in our college. The best part of this is you just have to make one strict work, because if one works, then you can. We have friends like who have companies, mechanical engineering companies, who can manufacture these products, and you just have to tie up with them and get contracts and make it on a scale.
Any plan for patent, or have you filed for it?
No, yes, we have plans. Like we are trying to patent it with our college. Like it provides us an
Have you
incubator.
started the process?
We are in the process. Like yes, we are in the process.
You started or you will start?
We will. We haven't filed it yet, but like we are compiling all the things, and we are getting it in
Have
order.
you talked to any few initial customers?
Initial customers, no, because like we haven't defined it yet, because the initial customers would be government and corporate. So we haven't been to that stage yet. We are looking for seed investment, like for basic stuff and all that. So once we get the prototype, then we can show it to anybody, and we can start pitching them and all.
Because you talk to the customers, know their needs, what they actually want, and then design the product, right? You take seed funding, you design, but you reach out to them and they want something else. It may happen, right?
Yes, yes. It can happen.
Reach out to the customers, talk to them. Have you planned your projections for first, second, third, fifth year?
Yes, the projections basically will be based on government contracts. Like just 2 days before Mumbai became the world's most India's most polluted city and crossing city.
Market potential. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, have you planned your projections, startup projections?
Our startup projections, that would be totally dependent on how big the government contract we get. Like We can say that it could be 50 CR or 20 CR, but that would totally depend on how much the government wants. If they tell us that give us 100 prototypes first, then in first year we will do 100. But in second year they may give us a city order.
Which department you would go to sell this product in government?
We would go approach the government of electricity. We would go and basically the what to say? Basically we would approach the his department of electricity and
Department of Electricity. Who is the head of Department of Electricity? Any minister in Pune, in Maharashtra?
no, and yes, also the Minister of Road and Transportation, Nitin Gadkari.
Okay, you will reach out to him.
Yes, we will try. We will see.
Hi. You both are from CUBT, right?
Yes.
Final year,
No, second year.
second year. And what are you doing in which branch? Or
Mechanical.
Mechanical. Both of you are from
Civil.
civil. Okay. Okay. So as you told the presentation, like particularly this product is like you are designing from the using open source or your own methodology to emit the carbon level from air, right? You will extract the carbon level from air, right? And then you will collect it.
Yes, basically the technology is open source. Everybody has access to it. It's not like that
So
technology.
based on what facts you are filing the patent?
Based for the method, what the process like taking the energy from this and basically creating a like this kind of process nobody has implemented yet before in the industry. So that about that process.
Let's talk about it in detail.
Yes, sure.
No questions from me.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Product. We also have our startup expo going on under the dome right outside, so I will request the founders to display their products if they'd like out there. Next up we have team Linkisol Technology. The stage is yours.
Hi everyone, my name is Harsh Maheshwari. A bit of an introduction about me. I am born and brought up from Kota, Rajasthan, known as Educational Capital of India. And from 2016, I am in Pune doing my I completed my undergraduation from Pune University in Computer Science back in 2020. And after that, I was into marketing and business side of the things. And I am representing Let's Connect, which is our brand. Okay. So what we are trying to develop is, we are trying to develop a discovery platform which will enable people to make interest-based connections. So the problem on which we are working right now is, so when we talk about discovering like-minded people and finding people online, we come up with a lot of platforms in our mind, like Facebook, Instagram, multiple other platforms. But the common problem with all those platforms are they are content-driven nowadays. They started with an initiative to help people to connect with each other, but right now they are majorly towards the content driven to increase the engagement, to increase the user time and to increase their revenues. Okay, so if you check all the platforms, apart from you can do up to a certain extent, but there are a lot of challenges which comes into the picture with this content driven approach. So we have created a way, what you can say, a simple mobile application, mobile platform as of now, which helps you to find connection based on our AI recommendation system, which works on our personality type, interest and purposes. Okay. So let's say we are specially working in the personal connection segment. Okay, if I show you, then this is how we have designed it. Okay, so this is our login page. We have kept it pretty simple that you can log in with your number, your social accounts, and everything. Once you log in, you can fill in your profile, complete your information, and these are your interests, whatever interest you have, and this is what you are looking for. Okay, and this is a what you can say vertical scroll where you can browse through all the different profiles who have similar interests or maybe similar purposes like you. Okay, and then we have created this concept of mood screen, which is our like what you can say a highly successful screen, I would say, in terms of user experience. So what we are trying to do over here is, let's say if you have a what you can say a purpose that you want to network based on your food taste, maybe your coffee taste, reading taste, and something like that. So we are working on 6 curated categories as of now that you can specifically do a highly purpose-driven networking on our platform. Then we have introduced this concept of events. Today we are here. There are multiple people out here with whom we can network and we can benefit through that networking. Okay. In-person networkings are always good, but what the challenge the in-person networking comes up with is you have a limited bandwidth and limited time constraint, things like that. So that's what we are solving. That you can have an initial round of a physical, what you can say, virtual networking on our platform for any particular event, and then you can attend that event with what you can say your respected person with whom you have gelled up with on our platform. Our alpha version is available both on App Store and Play Store. We have recently released it like on 20th January 2023. Talking about our competitive advantages, what you can say, there are a lot of, as I mentioned earlier, there are a lot of what you can say interest-based platforms, but nowadays they are highly content-driven. But we are first in the global market who are focusing on personal connections when it comes to making new friends, making personal connections. So we are first into the global market. Second thing, we are coming up with a lot of exciting gamifications and other things to keep our user engaged on our platform. Third thing, we have, as you have seen the prototype images and everything, we have come up with a very detailed, what you can say, detail-based impressions, where you not only, what you can say, connect with the people based on their, like, physical appearances, you connect with the people based on their profiles and what they have written about them and what their interest looks like and what they are actually looking out of this networking. Okay. And fourth thing is we have come up with this organizing and participating in events. Like as I mentioned in the previous slide, that when you come to any particular event, you have a lot of opportunities to network with new people. So you can have a virtual introduction on our platform, and then you can what you can say meet in person and discuss in person. Talking about our early tractions, we have 500 plus downloads as of now, 330 plus registered users, and the average time spent on our platform is 5 minutes plus. Okay. These are the initial feedback, and if we talk about the market segment, there are 300 plus million users who are moving towards one-on-one networking platform nowadays. Okay, this is a worldwide number. And if we talk about the revenue numbers, it's a 5.61 billion US dollars market as of 2022 data. And we are right now we are only operating in India. We are focusing India only, and we are what you can say focusing on to achieve the 10% of that market share. Quickly about our business model. So we have kept it as a freemium business model where user can use our product for free up to a certain level. Beyond that, if a user want to, we have our fair usage policy in place. If user want to use the product beyond that limit, he or she needs to pay for the subscription amount. Once that is done, there are like couple of the features which you can purchase individually also. You can use that and you can get the gist of our subscriptions also. So that is the in-app purchases which we are offering. Third model is we are like for the non-paying users, we are trying to monetize them with advertisements. Currently, we are targeting 18 to 30-year-old people in India, specifically in Tier 1, Tier 2 cities who have online spending power above 10,000 rupees per year. Our market adoption strategy is we are currently working on organic channels like SEO, content marketing, and these things. Apart from that, we are working with bloggers, influencers, podcasters to spread the awareness about our product. And we are also working with different events and everything, sponsoring them to spread the awareness about our brand awareness. And eventually, we will also move to classified advertisement like Facebook, Google, and other advertising channels. So before I put my ask, I want to just share quickly about our vision. So we want to become a trustworthy, credible social discovery platform. So we will, in near future, we will integrate the Web 3.0 technologies into our platform to be that. And apart from that, currently, if we talk about the communication in the virtual world, we communicate in three ways, that is audio, video, and text. So we also want to go into the VR segment when it comes into the picture, so that we can give a new immersive experience to our audience about the networking. A bit more about the team. Myself, Harsh Maheshwari, co-founder and CEO of this organization. I comes up with 3 years of experience into the marketing and business background. With me, I have Mahesh Vikare as a co-founder. He comes up with 18 years of experience into the tech background, working in US, UK, and other European markets. So we have in-house capabilities of building the technology and everything. Other than him, we have Mr. Dheeraj Kumar as our advisor. He comes up with 25 years of experience into operations and marketing side of the things. He is helping us with setting up the operations and marketing strategies of our product. Thank you. I'm now open for the questions.
How do you address the issue of fake profiles? Because that is one of the problems that you mentioned.
Absolutely. So we are working with what you can say AI-based facial recognition system to verify our users. Apart from that, we are also currently working on to get into this process where we will what you can say verify their identity through any of the government, any of the ID provided by a legal person.
So this first 500 users you have got, right?
Yes.
So have you got their data?
So we have not got their data in terms of security because we are in a alpha stage as of now. So we are implementing those processes.
How many of them are willing to provide this information or
So the first part,
personal metadata?
yeah, correct. So first part, the AI facial recognition thing, people are okay with that thing because it's already out in the market and there is a what you can say some acceptance towards that particular thing. Second thing, like there are like very few platforms are doing it, but we are yet to test the second part where we verify their ID through the what you can say any legal ID which is under some other entity.
Why do you think Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, anybody who is there in the market have not tried this?
So you lose what you can say some chunk of the audience segment when you do this thing.
Nobody is going to provide their details what you are asking. At least I won't. For even for a brand like LinkedIn or Twitter or Facebook, if they ask for my government documents or anything for that matter, I don't think so. I mean, see, this entire social networking platform what we're building is very seldomly a serious affair. Even for that matter, LinkedIn doesn't ask for any of these documents.
Absolutely.
Because it doesn't work. And your entire basis of this platform is you're going to avoid creating fake profiles. Do you have any other idea?
No, so this is one of them. Okay, this is one of them. It's not the entire basis. Our entire basis is to cut down the social chaos, which is. So what we have identified the problem, the major chunk of the problem is which is that majority of the people now these platforms start platform and connection platforms. Okay, but as the time demands and they want to increase their revenue and everything, they came into the content generation, user content generation, and they are aggressively promoting that. Right now, you can see reels, shorts, and lot of different things which are coming up. Right. So so we are currently what you can say redesigning, reliving that experience for our users.
What is the mode? What is the differentiation? I don't see any differentiation than what you are doing.
So may I know which platform are you comparing to so that I can specifically answer your question?
You tell me what is the differentiation from the competition, whom you think is a competition.
So let's say if we talk about the Facebook, okay. So we are focusing on first of all personal connections where you can find your friends or buddies or partners, something like that. Okay. Now, if you talk about the Facebook, it is highly content-driven platform. Okay. Second thing is you can do such activities through what you can say Facebook groups. But again, then the problem with the Facebook groups is you post something. It's again a probability that whether that will be what you can say noticed or not. And then again, it's another probability that whether people will respond to that or not. And then the profiles and everything is a different story where you will encounter different issues and those things. So that's the major difference which we are bringing, that we are bringing like a very what you can say browsing experience to them. Okay, and even if you search, let's say if you want to search someone who has an interest in cricket, if you search it on the Facebook bar, you only get profiles who have cricket in their name. You won't get people who are interested in that particular thing. So that's the major difference. We are giving them a browsing experience. Like you can consider it as a search engine for humans, where you browse through humans and everything, human profiles.
I still have not got what is the differentiation.
Wait.
You're trying to. It's your competitor is Meetup, I think. Am I right? Meetup, right?
Meetup is also one of our competitors.
It's, I think correct, kind of correct, because I used to use Meetup in US, and you can search people of hiking, biking, of same interest. You can search them,
Right.
and you're trying to do the same thing, right?
Right.
So I think one is I have a question on target audience, because all the kids in India is highly populated country and they're full of friends around. So where is the need to find the same interest person? I mean, they're occupied in finding jobs, creating careers, and not sure. I mean, they will be using. And Meetup is not successful in India that much as it is in the
Right.
US, right? So not sure. I mean, how do you prove that it's going to be successful? Though I like your presentation, your graphic designs, and all, and your clarity on that. But you mentioned about that you have how many 500 customers?
Yeah.
Users?
Yes.
So 500 users, have you got the feedback and their return rate and their, you mentioned 5 minutes they use every day?
Yes.
Okay.
5 minutes plus they are using our platform on a regular basis.
And what is that, is it, what domain it is more maximum used? Cricket, painting or hiking, what kind of
So
profile?
unfortunately, answer that as of now because we don't have that much deep monitoring on our platform as of now. Okay, but majorly what they are using is they are using the concept of mood screen, which I have shown to you. Okay, just let me quickly get that. So yeah, so people are using this concept of mood screen a lot, where they can do a very purpose-driven networking. So that's where they are finding the connections and they are what you can say like building an initial connection on our platform.
Why are you successful in India?
I tried to study that, but I couldn't find any particular answer to that. But what I can see is majorly the meetup is they are more into the in-person events and in-person things.
The same
Okay,
thing you are also doing, right?
providing them virtual platform also to do the same things. Okay, down the events on our platform, that's for sure. But that is not primarily what we want to sell to them. What we want to tell to them is if you are going to this particular event, these all people are also coming over there. If you want to network, you can do a finish.
Have you studied the graph of Clubhouse? Is it growing in India or it's declining in India?
It's declining in India right now.
So
Yes.
they are trying to do the same thing, right? Creating communities, though it's more of online podcast community, but they're trying to do same thing, the same thing you do. So I'm not sure, Meetup is not successful, Clubhouse also declining, you doing the same thing. So how do you process
So,
the success?
like if I explain you the difference, so if you talk about the Clubhouse specifically, they ended up being a feature because when Twitter integrated the audio rooms, it completely came to declining part and everything, correct? In the meetups, what their initial target is, they gives you the event recommendation and they are majorly the in-person events. But on the contradictory, if you see the platforms like Bumble, Tinder and all these platforms where you get the virtual environment to what you can say network with the people, they are highly successful even in India and outside India.
So that's what I was just trying, you to come to that point with Tinder or Bumble, you see this envision as a dating platform eventually.
I don't see that envision as a dating platform because when I spoke to the people, like we did the 100 plus in-person interviews to our market research and everything, we did our primary research. So nowadays people are looking beyond professional connections and beyond dating connections. For professional connections, we have coffeemug.ai, which is kind of one-on-one space. Okay, we even have Shadi.com, we have Bumble, Tinder, who are doing what you can say, who are into the love matchmaking space. But nowadays people are looking forward beyond that. Let's say they want to go out for a movie or something like that, and they don't want that romantic angle to it. So what they do?
Yeah, so that is the question, that how much intense that need is, right? Take the
Right.
example there, that's the need.
Right.
Shadi.com, it's a need, right? But matching the profile of interest, you just need to check a little more about it and test it. And your pitching is good. I mean, you're closer to it. You just need to little test the market. That is it required more? That need is intense or not? It's a
Understood.
pressing need or not?
Understood.
That's the important. Else, no. And last question: do you have the customer acquisition cost?
So right now we don't have the customer acquisition cost because it's majorly organic only. Okay.
Still, any assumption or any number?
So if I give you the assumption around it from my what you can say previous marketing experiences which I have done for the app install cost in India for Android users can be as low as 2 rupees to be as high as 20 to 30 rupees.
It will involve your marketing and sales cost also. So what is the what is the CAC, customer acquisition cost?
Please pardon, sorry.
What is the customer acquisition cost?
So like from my past experiences I can tell you it's between what you can say 10 to
20 rupees.
10 to 20 rupees, yes.
Customer acquisition.
Yeah.
You may need to work it out a little more. Yes?
Sure, sure.
Good luck.
Yeah, thank you. Any more questions?
So Arjun has rightly pointed out, I was trying to get out of you to understand what is, have you understood what is your competition, how different you are from them. So I think so you should be more focused on understanding what exactly you want to achieve from your business. What is that you're looking for from this event?
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to mention that. Yeah, so we are looking for two things. First is the mentors who can help us in this particular industry, in what you can say segment, or maybe can give us this industry connect, who can help us to take this platform forward. Okay. And second thing, we are right now raising our bridge round also around what you can say 50 lakhs to go forward with our technology and our user acquisition.
How much money have you invested?
So we have 5 to 6 lakhs in this, and in the recent past and last week of December we got 10 lakhs as a loan also from Rajasthan government, and currently we are working with Vadwani Foundations also to get our this thing in front of the investors and everything. So yeah, these are the two things on which we are working on.
Where was this money invested? 5-6 lakhs?
So 5 to 6 lakhs, majority of it was invested into the development, I would say, because we were into the initial time of our what you can say prototype developing and everything. So around 3.5-4 lakhs, something in that range was invested into that, and now we are focusing towards the marketing efforts to get our things out into the market and achieving the last major.
So you have a CTO who is having almost 20 years experience.
Right.
Is he full time in this?
Yes, we both are working full time in this.
Okay. And you also said that you have an in-house team.
Yes.
To build. How many people?
So we have, apart from CTO, we expand that team to rapidly.
So 4 people team, including
3 people team in tech department and 2 people into the marketing department.
5 people. How long have you been working on?
We are developing this from January 2022. Okay, so it's been almost a year. Majority of our time has been into the development. So that's what.
1 year, 5 people team. You just spent 5 lakhs.
No. So we started with 3 people as of in Jan 2022. Okay, me, my co-founder Mahesh, and then one more developer. Then we have expanded our team in recent time only after December, when we got the money to what you can say have more bandwidth to expand our teams, and with contractors also. So it was the team of 2 people who developed this whole product.
Still the numbers are not right. Anyway, what is that you plan to do with 50 lakh rupees?
So we plan to spend 30% of that amount, 30-35% of that amount into the tech development infrastructure and everything, and the rest of the amount will go towards the marketing and the operation side of the things.
What's the valuation?
So we are targeting like 70 lakhs. We are targeting at a what you can say 10% equity, so that will come up to 7 crores.
Why do you think your company is valued at 7 crores at this point?
If we see the user, like what you can say, users into the market, and if we analyze their average spend per year on various different platforms or something like that, it's between 20 to $25 per year. Okay. Which roughly comes around to 2,000 rupees, and that's what we are planning, that we will take our user growth to that level from that amount, so that we can generate the equivalent amount of revenue. And maybe we can on off mic we can talk about the financials and everything.
At what stage are you planning to start your monetization?
So we are planning to start our monetization once we hit 5,000 users. Like the work is already in progress. We are building those things. We are working on building the tech capabilities for all those things. But we are planning to introduce it after what you can say 5,000 users, because then only we will get a good chunk of analysis that whether they are really using it not, or like what are the particular features which they are using and which is good to develop.
Okay, nice. All the best. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you for your patience. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that, team. Next up, we have Team Wax Saver.
So, very good afternoon, respected judges and everyone present over here. I am Hrithik Mege, currently a final year mechanical engineering student. Today, I will be pitching my product named Wax Saver, which is an active refrigeration system for last mile vaccine transportation. So, starting off with introduction. We all were aware how important vaccines are. Vaccines are nothing but they are sensitive biological agents which are used to cure any kind of particular disease. But why actually today here I am talking about vaccines? So here comes the problem statement, that is vaccine crisis. In India, about 27% of vaccines manufactured have been gone wasted in 2021. Leading to this wastage, India has lost around $45 million. According to ITSU data, less than 44% of Indian children receive full-scale immunization, and globally, almost about 39% vaccines wastage data has been recovered in the past 2 years. And according to WHO, around 62% of the countries actually really don't follow the WHO guidelines which have been set during the vaccine storage and delivery. Even in the past few months, our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi has tweeted regarding the same thing, that we need to address the problem which is regarding the vaccine wastage. And also they have published a report which actually states the overall wastage data, that is around $45 million. And they have also published how much percentage of vaccines are being actually wasted in different states in India. So, why actually the vaccine crisis happens? Here is a short video which will generally explain the real reason behind the vaccine crisis. Okay, so whenever the vaccines are manufactured in a manufacturing utility, it needs to be stored within 220 degrees Celsius as strictly recommended by WHO worldwide during the logistics phase or during the vaccine transportation. But during the last mile vaccine transportation, current system uses cold boxes or ice packs, that is radicalized, to store the vaccines. And due to use of ice, most of the time vaccines may get under freeze or overheated, leading to which there is a degradation in potency, which causes vaccine crisis happens globally every year. Almost 90% of the world's population usually rely on cold boxes and ice packs for the last mile delivery. And according to WHO, around 80% of vaccines manufactured globally are needed to be stored and delivered in the prescribed temperature range about 220 degrees Celsius. So taking into account all these problems, we came up with a solution named Wax Saver. So Wax Saver is an innovative, PCM integrated, eco-friendly, active refrigeration technology. So being a mechanical, we worked on Wax Saver from past 1 year. So in order to create a refrigeration effect, we worked on various refrigeration technologies like vapor compression, vapor absorption, and even on Peltier models as well. But most of the time, the systems were bulky, they were consuming heavy electricity, and they were reducing the portability factor as well. So after an intense literature review, we came across a 92-year-old forgotten patent file named ICBall, which was itself designed. So this was our core inspiration, where we developed our own novel refrigeration system. In short to say, we have developed a compact, eco-friendly refrigeration technology which can be utilized to create a refrigeration effect to store the vaccines. So during the lab testing, we observed a temperature drop of around 3 degrees Celsius, which we were utilizing to store vaccines. So the vaccines were stored inside a thermal insulated chamber, which was also integrated with phase change material to reduce thermal fluctuations during long-mile delivery. Also, the system is completely electronically controlled and monitored, so user just needs to keep the vaccines in the backpack, rest everything would be taken care by onboard electronic system. We have done various thermal simulations and calculations, and the results were success. In the past few months, we actually started to fabricate our prototype vac-saver unit. Phase 1 of vac-saver was a prototype in a wooden frame with all regulatory hardware and electronics. And this is the final prototype of phase 1 vac-saver looks like. So currently the system works on dual lead acid battery of 24 volt. On a single charge, the system can run continuously for 3 days. Also, it can operate on solar panels because there are areas where there is lack of access to electricity, so solar panels could be parallelly used. So the system would be looking really very bulky, but we have already started our next phase of our design and prototyping, that is our beta prototype. So in this we are trying to integrate our entire refrigeration technology inside a cylindrical chamber, which is of 30 centimeters in length and 13 centimeters in diameter. So our refrigeration system is really very compact and it's eco-friendly and it consumes less electricity. On a single charge, the system can work for 3 days. Also, we have provided visual indicators and displays display to provide real-time data of the vaccine stored inside the chamber. With this, we are also currently working on EVIM system, that is Electronic Vaccines Intelligence Network. That is the integration of AI in our system, where we would be detecting real-time vaccine potency data during delivery, and all this data would be related to the user's cell phone or to the PMCs regarding the vaccine potency levels. So with our prototype, we are trying to integrate our system inside the conventional cool boxes, which are previously used. This would reduce the cost. Also, we are working on a backpack kind of structure, where backpack kind of structure would accommodate around 100 to 150 vaccine ampules, each of 10 ml capacity. And backpack kind of structure would be more ergonomically better, even for ASHA workers or women, to carry vaccines on their own backpacks. So let's talk about implementation. So even if you do have a great idea or a great product, but if you are not able to implement in the market, so what's the use of that product? So we started with our implementation. So let's talk about competitive assessment. What makes us novel to implement in the market? So we have already filed a refrigeration technology utility patent, and we are currently drafting our 3 design patents as well. With this, we have came up with a comparison of our product with some of the existing product available in the market. That is vac-saver versus conventional toolboxes versus envelope versus Godrej protocol. So talking about most important parameters in terms of comparison, the cost of our system is drastically reduced with the use of with the help of our refrigeration technology. It costs us around 8,000 rupees to 15,000 rupees to sell the product from 5 liters capacity to 30 liters capacity. Also, the capacity could be increased by 80 liters as well. So power consumption is around 24 volt, because of which we are integrating battery packs, which has helped us to make the system portable. The standby time is around 7 to 10 hours, and the cooling time generally takes 15 to 20 minutes to reach a temperature drop of around 3 degrees Celsius for our normal ambient temperature. So let's talk about market assessment. So almost $8.4 billion market is just involved for last mile vaccine transportation, and according to ITSU, 1.2 million vaccines are transported every month. And at pre-stage, we are trying to target 60,000 rural and government hospitals with 1,700 crores of cost just involved in India during last mile vaccine delivery. So this is our retail business model canvas. In short, target government procurement agencies, even vaccines manufacturers and distributors, where they can actually use our prototype or our setup or solution named vac-saver in the same stage. Also, we are planning our next vertical, that is using our same refrigeration technology during cold chain transportation in food and beverage industry as well. So let's talk about implementation. So it costs us around 4,000 rupees to fabricate a single unit of vac-saver with selling price of around 8,000 rupees to 15,000 rupees. Currently, we are trying to conduct our pilot in Pune with almost 2 government hospitals in Pune and 1 Bharat Biogenic Labs in Banuri area, where they are conducting our pilot. With this, we have also got an incubation support with Government of India with a DST funding of 2.5 lakhs rupees. With this, we have got an opportunity to even collaborate with Serum Institutes with the help of Bharati Vidyapeeth, and DMIMS Nagpur. So with the help of DST fundings and under the Mission Indradhanush scheme of Government of India, we would be able to deliver almost around 40 vaccine units in a span of 6 months in India. And almost there is a huge market being involved. So almost there are around 12.2 lakhs healthcare NGOs with almost 60,000 government hospitals and 6.4 lakhs PMCs and almost 4 lakh immunization centers are just established in India. At these levels, our prototype could be effectively used. So apart from pharmaceutical industries, our product actually has a big value in terms of cold chain delivery. So whenever we talk about food and beverages industry, we might hear a term cold chain transportation, which is quite ineffective or really expensive. So with the help of our refrigeration technology, you would be able to even target food and beverages industries, even meat and wine industries as well in upcoming future. So this is our marketing strategies. At pre-stage, we are currently working in Pune, Maharashtra. So at pre-stage, we would be targeting the local PMCs and local suppliers, where we would be delivering our vaccine units at regional government hospitals and immunization centers in Pune. After creating a successful baseline, say in a span of 1 year, we would be collaborating with governments and NGOs. Also currently, with the help of Serum Institute, we are currently fabricating our phase 2 beta prototype. With the help of DST funding, we would be delivering 40 vaccine units in a span of 6 months. Also, we have got a private customer or investor who is actually involved in food and beverages industry, where he wants to integrate our refrigeration technology in the same terms. And we are also working at National University of Singapore. In the past 3 months, I was working over there in order to work on in order to improve the system design and also work on EVIM system. This is the financial. So in a span of 3 years, if we target government hospitals, we would be generating enough revenue for further expansion. And with VaxSaver, we promote greater vaccine safety and also follow sustainable development goal number 3, that is increasing access to immunization. With VaxSaver, we deliver vaccines at its peak potency by 19%, reduce vaccine wastage by 65%, and reduce the cost involved in vaccination by 30%. This is the core team involved for development of VaxSaver. I myself, Ritwik Menge. We also have 2 international people as well working on the same thing, who are actually involved in chemical and bioengineering background with 4 of our technical mentors. So with VaxSaver, we promote greater vaccine safety by delivering vaccines at its peak potency and help improve the access to immunization. Thank you for this opportunity. I'm open to questions.
Fantastic presentation. In fact, I like to be generous. My only question is, what is the weight of your product?
Yeah. So so the wooden frame, which was actually developed just for our patenting phase and technology demonstration experiment,
That's not a real product.
it weighed around 6 kgs, and our beta prototype would weigh around 4.2 kgs. This one.
Okay. So what material are you going to use?
So currently we are actually using plastics in order to create like the outer body of our refrigeration technology. Inside there are actually pressure vessels which are actually made up of steel, which would be accommodating our refrigeration technologies. And on backpack kind of structure, we are actually working on fabrics at NUS Singapore, where we can integrate fabrics as well as some plastic materials or composite materials, which could be reduction in weight as well, which could have an advantage.
Fantastic, fantastic. Go back to the founder's slide.
Yeah.
Have you diluted any equity?
No, it's completely student level. There are technical mentors.
Form the company?
Sorry?
Have you formed the company registration?
No, we are actually working on our product. We are actually working on our product market fit and everything. And mostly we are working on our R&D phase. Once we are going to complete our R&D and for the 3 design patents, we would be incorporating VaxSaver Private Limited, and we will be delivering our products. So currently entire work is in research phase still.
Are you looking at for any funding?
Yeah, sure.
How much?
We are planning for around 30 lakhs, which could be for the prototyping.
But where will you receive the funding if you don't have a company?
I'm sorry,
Where will you receive the funding?
Actually, it's completely bootstrapped. Like we.
No, you don't have a company, right?
Yeah.
So how will you receive the funding?
once we incorporate, like currently, like we are filing our design patents as well, and we are currently working on EVIN technology and also our refrigeration technology, which in culture market. Once we are able to complete the entire strong research background, and once we are able to complete our patenting and licensing phase, we would be starting our own company as well. And that
How
would
long
be,
will it take?
it could take around like 6 months possibly. Yeah.
Okay. So you are looking at raising funds after 6 months?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, Ritik, let's keep in touch. We are based out of Pune, and we would like to, explore investment opportunity.
Sure, that would be helpful for us.
Thanks, Ritik. All the best.
Thank you so much.
Same, you just complete your this patent filing in all,
Sure,
and we'll definitely.
sure, thank you so much.
Have you tested it somewhere? Have you tried any sales? Of course, no sales because no company registration. So, but how's the testing done and what's the result?
So we have tested our refrigeration technology very firstly, and the entire setup was actually built, which I actually followed the WHO guidelines, like pressure values, temperature values, humidity values as well. So we have actually satisfied those parameters as well. And we actually took our very first prototype in order to conduct the pilot at government hospitals. One is Sassoon Hospital and Kamla Nehru Hospitals and Biogenic Lab. So over there, we just showcased our product, which is a very rough product, and they just said like keep vaccine bottles and everything, and they have just placed vaccine biomonitors. These are nothing but they are stickers which actually changes their color when there is a temperature fluctuation or degradation. But with our very first prototype, we were able to qualify the same thing, and they gave us few feedbacks in order to improve our design, which we took, and we are currently working on compacting the refrigeration system and integrating the same technology with convection cool boxes, and even improving the design like backpack under structure for women. Yeah.
So in 1 year, how many units you are planning to sell?
So possibly like once we are done with our research phase and everything, so by the end of this year, we are actually we are planning to manufacture at least around 80 units of vaccine. And in the next year, we are planning for almost around 400 to 500 units. And
where would you sell it? 400?
actually, currently we, with the help of DST fundings and Mission Indradhanush scheme, we already got an opportunity to actually fabricate 40 vaccine units and deliver those in Pune, Nagpur and number of the areas. They just said if you are able to clear this stage and if the products really functions well at this government hospitals and immunization centers, then this is a huge opportunity for you people in order to deliver the product at directly B2G.
So very first, are they hospitals or you need to, like, who they are? Are they hospitals or
They are government hospitals.
government hospitals?
Right.
Okay. So, I mean, you already talked to them and they are, so what they're using currently, what's the existing solution?
Cold boxes, purely cold boxes.
Cold
Even
boxes.
Serum Institute actually uses this one cold box during national transportation.
Okay, and what's the weight of these boxes?
They are really very heavy and bulky. If you go for like smaller cold box versions, say for 10 liter capacity, it weighs around like 3 kgs, you can say. And for this one, they are really very heavy. I physically lifted not this much big one, but a smaller one. It weighed around like you can say 11 to 12 kgs.
So you mentioned about Godrej and some competitors.
Yeah, sure.
So it's not from Godrej or some, it's local or what?
Can you please elaborate?
You mentioned about Godrej and Volio, right? And that's the competitor.
Competitors.
That's the competitor, right?
Right.
So those boxes are from Godrej or this company or some local?
Volio is a local startup which was started in India like 3 years ago. And Godrej actually they have their own products, but they actually have not primarily targeted the pharmaceutical industry. Godrej Shotocool was just developed to cater normal household refrigeration techniques, you can say, at less cost to common public, you can say.
What about Volio?
Volio is the name of the company.
Yeah, so whom they are targeting?
The same one.
Hospitals?
The hospitals, vaccines manufacturers,
But
distributors.
that is more expensive.
That is more expensive and less efficient, and third important thing is they have very confined storage space. They are using Peltier models directly to create a refrigeration effect, and Peltier models are really not that efficient, and with Envilio they are able to just store around like 30 to 20 vaccine ampules and deliver those in a single delivery.
So you are the only one in the market.
Yeah, with a unique refrigeration technology for which we have filed a patent and with a high storage space.
Okay.
So
There is no one in the market.
no one in the market.
Sure.
We have done a very thorough research while doing our patenting phase. And also at NS Singapore, like we have like with the help of NS and NTU program, we have got an opportunity to even cover our patent expenses in Singapore and China. So at that stage, we have also conducted a lot amount of background research work. Even their officials have actually involved in the same thing. So what we got to know, our refrigeration technology again is unique. Rest we need to work more on designs as well.
Okay. My last question: after 5 years, have you projected any? What is the revenue you have?
Yeah. So due to time constraint, I was not able to cover everything in great detail. So we just came up with a implementation strategy for 3 years. Only at government hospitals at pre-stage. So like if we just try to target 3 major states in India in a span of 3 years, say Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh, or Kerala, or Karnataka area, we just came up with the figures like how much government hospitals are there, and we just assumed we are able to sell only 50% to those government hospitals. We would be generating sufficient revenue for our further expansion as well. And this data is just for government hospitals. We have not integrated any vaccine manufacturers like Serum Institute, not even private organizations as well. And most important player is cold chain in food and beverages industry.
Just the ballpark figure I want. What's the revenue in 5th year or approximate number?
So in the 5th year revenue, we are planning for around like 8 to 10 crores, tentatively I can say right now. Yeah.
Because 3rd year your income, net profit you're showing is
3 crores, 90 crores. Yeah.
3 crores.
Right. And we just assumed a very basic pricing strategy, like we are selling starting from 8,000 rupees to 15,000 rupees.
At what profit percent it is at 3 crore net profit in 3rd year? What's the profit percent?
The profit percent is around 40%.
The revenue would be somewhere 14% if you say it would be somewhere 15 crore or somewhere 12. So in 3rd year you're showing revenue is with 15%.
Right.
You're showing somewhere 12 to 15 crore.
Are you talking about 3rd year revenue?
Yeah, I mean if you see the income, right, net profit, it's 3 CR, right?
Right.
Yeah. So it would be, I'm sure, like 15 to 20 CR you're projecting your revenue.
Exactly.
So just be clear on your numbers also.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you're going on right track. You're going from bottom to top. What I can see there.
Right.
I mean, doing MVP testing, connecting with all the ecosystem, and that's amazing. Yeah. So you're going from bottom to top. Just have the top numbers also.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We just came up with numbers of government hospitals for 3 years, but we really need to work on numbers in cold chain industries as well, and even we need to integrate private investors and Serum Institute as well.
Right. I mean, that's what. Yeah. So your potential could be huge. That's what we're discussing. Like potential could be huge. Exactly. I mean, that's a product based. Nice. You have the patent also. You're ready with your prototype. Ready with the ecosystem. Just be prepared. Have a vision. To say vision with your projection, backed by projection.
Right.
Yeah. So if you can pitch that, I mean, it would be even more effective.
Exactly. Yeah. Sure. We will work on numbers.
Yes.
Sure.
Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Good job.
Sir? No questions.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much for your time, judges.
Sure warms your heart to see so many social entrepreneurship ventures recently. With this, as this being the last team of the day, we'd like to invite our judges to please proceed to the VIP lounge for lunch, and we will announce the prizes, the winners, right after lunch. Thank you so much. We'd also invite the startup founders, the participants,